Welcome back to the channel, everyone. I'm super excited to have you here. This is Nathan Payne, and today we're going to be going over how to make money in real estate sales. By the end of this video, you're going to know exactly how you can start making money as a real estate investor in real estate sales, and you can live your dream life. Which is the best way to make money as a real estate salesperson? Which is the easiest way to make money? Which one you should start with if you're brand new, greenie, beginner, noob? What do you do? When it comes to making money as a real estate salesperson, what are the ways you can get into the game and start making money? Well, guys, when it comes down to the real estate industry, there's so many ways to make money. It really depends what you want for your life, what's the lifestyle you want to live, what's your goal. Okay, and I know a lot of you, like, depending on who you know and what you've researched online and on YouTube, you probably have heard about real estate agents, wholesalers. But let me kind of break down exactly all the different ways that I know of that I think you can get into real estate sales. Commercial. If you want to start getting into commercial properties, you can get into that field. You have to be an agent, but I think there's different licensing for commercial agents, or you have to get specific qualifications if you want to get in commercial. If you want to be a developer, you can learn from people who develop properties, that buy land, develop them. That's a way you can make deals or living in real estate sales that way. You can also be, like I told you, I already said it, real estate agent. You can be a real estate agent and start listing properties. You can be a buyer's agent. Real estate agent covers seller's agent that lists properties, and buyer's agent that bring buyers, but it's kind of the same thing. Wholesaling, we talked about that. That's basically finding discounted properties and bringing them to investors or other cash buyers. There's so many different ways that you can make money in real estate sales. It really just depends what you want to do. Now, I'm going to list off a couple things that you can do to make money in real estate sales or in real estate in general. Let's just start with real estate in general, because most real estate opportunities, there's sales involved. So let's talk about if you want to be a fix and flipper, okay? So if you want to rehab, if you want to be like the HGTV, take a house that's distressed or outdated and fix it up, that's one of the ways you can make money in real estate, okay? So be a rehabber. If you want to be a landlord and just own a bunch of properties and do that, that's another way you can make money. And as you do that, there's sales involved because you're trying to buy and sell properties. Property management. Property management has to do with real estate. Instead of being the landlord, you can manage the landlord's property for a fee. Airbnb. That's another way you can do that. You're selling the property, right? You're trying to rent it every night. So Airbnb is another way to make money in real estate sales. Being a wholesaler, you can do that, where you're finding discounted properties and trying to assign your contract for a fee. There's real estate agents, whether you want to be a listing agent, a buyer's agent. Obviously, you can do both. That's where you can make money. There's obviously the realm of commercial real estate. You can do land acquisitions. So really, when it comes down to it, is what do you want to do? There's so many different ways to make money in real estate sales or in real estate in general. You just have to find your niche. Now, the niche that I chose was wholesaling. And as a wholesaler, you can target all the different types of properties out there, whether that's multifamily, single family, commercial, land, developments. Really, you can do anything. That's why I liked it, because I was able to target all those different ways, avenues and niches of real estate. So when it comes down to what is the best way, which is the best way to get into real estate sales, it's up to you. Now, if you know, you're probably going to go with what you think can make you the most money. I know a lot of people probably want to go the real estate agent route just because real estate agents are a little bit more prevalent. They're more well known. Maybe you can list some properties for your family. Maybe you know some people that would work with you and you have a good relationship in your community. But the way I went into wholesaling. I didn't want to be a real estate agent. I didn't want to list homes and show people and walk people through houses and do all that. I just thought that was lame. And not calling anybody that is a real estate agent lame. That's just not something I wanted to do. What I wanted to do is talk to sellers, wheel and deal, be in conversations, structure deals, and that's kind of what wholesaling is. Wholesaling is finding a property or finding a distressed property or seller and helping them find out like the best solution to their problem, whether that's buying it for cash, whether it's seller financing, whether that's an ovation, whether it's flipping their house, partnering with them. There's so many different extra strategies that come from being a wholesaler, and I call it wholesaler just because wholesalers, their strategy is to find a discounted deal and assign it. But I don't even now I don't even consider myself a wholesaler. I'm a real estate investor. I'm a transactional engineer, deal engineer, where I take a problem, I find an opportunity, and I find out what's the best way to capitalize on it and get a sale. Now, again, it's not only wholesaling. Once you get in this game as a wholesaler, you'll learn that there's many different techniques that you need to implement. And right now, with the way the market's going, learning how to do seller finance, creative financing is probably one of the most important ways, just because interest rates are shooting up so high, and you can have all these sellers that you can work with that have low interest rates that you can either pay them on seller financing and use them as the bank with a lower interest rate. You can take over their properties, their mortgages subject to. There's so many different ways to work with people in the sales and do sales with them in the real estate industry. So my opinion, start as a wholesaler and then you'll level up as you go. But it's really up to you. You can start as a real estate agent too. It doesn't really matter. But if you're going to ask me, the best way to start, which way I started, was wholesaling. What is the easiest way to get started? Well, because if you want to take the path of least resistance, I mean, to be real, I didn't start being a real estate agent. I didn't really go through any of the other techniques, so it's really hard for me to say which one is easier. I'm telling you about the path that I took, and to be real, being a wholesaler is not easy. I mean, there's a lot of competition, and that's probably how it is as an agent. That's probably how it is as a landlord, property management company, whatever. There's competition. So I wouldn't say it's easy, but I would say the path of least resistance is probably wholesaling, just because you don't need any money to get started. You don't need to get qualification. You don't have to get a license. You just go right for it. I mean, if you wanted a wholesale property today, you could find a discounted property on the MLS. You could find one for sale by owner. You could talk to your neighbor, talk to your friends. I mean, you could do it right now. Call me if you have a discounted deal. I'll help you out. I'll help you get it done, and we'll split the deal. Join my JV program, and I'll get it done. All right. So like I said, you can get it done. And one thing I want to invite you to do, I mean, it would help me out a ton, is if you could please comment in the comment section, give me a shout out. I read all my comments and I'd love to engage with you guys. I mean, what really helps this channel grow and get in front of more people and me be able to produce more content for you is if you can comment, like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon, because what that does is it triggers the algorithm and it helps me to grow. So I'd appreciate it. Comment, I'll give you a shout out, I'll respond, I promise. So why am I suggesting wholesaling? Well, again, it's low risk, okay? It's low risk on your capital. You don't have to spend any money. It's low risk on the entry of, your commitment, in the sense that you don't have to get a license and commit to 6 months or a year of classes or however long it takes you to go through like 900 hours of videos and go through a test. That's why wholesaling is a great option. And I'm telling you, if you get started in wholesaling, you stay consistent, you will level up. I never would have thought in a million years when I started wholesaling that I'd be okay with flipping properties, that I could do seller finance, that I could teach people what I'm doing now. But that's what happens. If you go into anything with 5 years of experience, you can master something if you do it every day. And that's what I want to let you guys know. Even if you're brand new and you're stuck in analysis paralysis, I'm telling you, just get started, take action, and you can do it. Now, if you're a beginner, if you haven't done this, and I've already told you should start wholesaling, but if you really want to know my opinion, really, like I'm just going to give it to you straight, which one should you start with? Well, you should start as a wholesaler. That's what I think you should do. There's tons of coaching. There's tons of mentorships. I have one. There's many people that have one. Be wary of, which one you do join, because, some you're going to pay a lot of money and you're not going to get any access to the coach. You're not going to get any access. I have seen that, and I've created ones where you get direct access to me. If you do my mentorship, if you're in the club, you get direct access to people in the program that can help you grow. If you're in the JV mentorship, you're going to get all the tools you need. So that's what I suggest. I mean, wholesaling, there's so many different materials and information out there. You don't even need to pay to join my community. I mean, I have a free Facebook group, and I give you all the materials you need to succeed. I give you a free mind map. So wholesaling is great just because there's so much information out there, low risk, so you can get started. I've talked a lot about wholesaling in this video, and the reason why I'm so passionate about it is because it's what got me my start and helped me level up. So, I mean, there's natural progression in anything you do. I started doing jiu-jitsu at the beginning of the year. I sucked. I was getting choked out, didn't know what I was doing. I had wrestling background, so I knew how to grapple, but I still was not doing well. And now, after naturally progressing and doing it practicing every week in jiu-jitsu, I'm better. I can, choke other people out. I can defend myself. I'm not getting rocked all the time. It's the same thing with wholesaling. You start, you make offers, you get denied, you sound whack on the phone, people don't think you're legit. After time, you're going to get better. So the thing that's exciting about this industry or anything you do in life is if you have to enjoy the journey, you have to enjoy the progress. Don't let the end goal be what you get excited for. Let the journey be what you're excited for. And that's how I am. I'm excited for the hard work and the journey because I enjoy the process. And that's what you guys should do too, especially if you're beginners. Get started. Let's go.